I'm Thibaut Ambert and I'm a product manager on the gaming team, and I've been working on Adobe Scout. Adobe Scout is going to revolutionize the way ActionScript developers profile content on desktop and mobile devices.
Since Kicksai's focused on 3D games for the web, we've always been using Stage 3D, but it's been kind of a black box. In order to figure out what's going on, we've had to program our own tools and debug things very slowly through manual methods. Now that we have Scout, we can deep dive directly to the problem and see which things are causing performance issues, which functions are causing bugs, and which shaders need a little work.
It definitely saves us time because we can understand much more quickly when we've made a mistake or if we're using too much of a certain resource of CPU or GPU. It really helps us understand where we need to direct our engineering efforts.
When I began working with Flash, trying to make it faster and more efficient, I found that a lot of people had to just sort of guess where problems were. I wanted to take advantage of the fact that people are really good at recognizing patterns and seeing, oh, that doesn't look right, something's wrong, I want to know why. And then you could click on that and dive in and find out why.
Scout exposes very granular information that we never really exposed in the past to developers. Things like, what is the cost of a specific function? Where and when the garbage collector is triggered? Or things like, what is happening on the GPU? Or what is going on with the network stack? And be able to reconstruct an entire 2D or 3D GPU scene live inside the tool and be able to update the shaders. Things like that were never possible. This is what Adobe Scout is going to provide.
It's probably shaved weeks off of the current project that we're working on. Basically just using Scout on the mobile platforms to look for enhancements that we can make and kind of that low-hanging fruit that you tend to look for when you're doing kind of tech demo stuff on projects. And each one of our developers, just in kind of mainstream development for all of the Flash projects that we're working on, are using this as kind of their default profiler.
It really lifts the veil on the inner workings of the Flash player and allows us to understand the execution model in a way that we never could before.
Prior to Adobe Scout, what we had to do when a performance concern arose is kind of brute force test one thing after another to find out what was causing the problem. Now with Adobe Scout, what we can do is have a jumping off point into investigating what the cause is and actually dive into the exact function that's causing the problem. Really
today, performance is key. Performance is also money. You want to make sure that your content runs beautifully across all devices, but you also don't want to have sluggish content. And for a company, you don't want to have developers spending ages on optimizing content, and Adobe Scout is really going to solve that.
Is our software behaving the way we expect? And that's very powerful information that lets us optimize for performance and for quality.
The beauty of Scout is that as a developer, it doesn't require you to put any code instrumentation in your application. You're really profiling production code, and that's really key. All of the developers who've tried Adobe Scout cannot work without it anymore. Adobe Scout is going to become your best companion as a developer.